Hello, you're listening to ReedyGeeks, a Walt Disney World podcast. My name is Andrew, and I'm joined today by the Monsters, Inc. laugh floor apologist, JJ.
That's right. You need to kill 20 minutes in the AC? Monsters, Inc. laugh floor.
If you have a good title for my co-host after listening to today's episode, please send in your ideas to ReedyGeeks@gmail.com. In today's mini episode, we're previewing the upcoming D23 Expo through an extended version of one of our reoccurring segments called Mouse Kings. The D23 Expo is a biannual event organized by Disney's official fan club, the D23. It was first held in 2009 as a celebration of all things Disney. The Expo was created to provide a unique and immersive experience for Disney fans, offering exclusive access to Disney's upcoming projects, products, and developments. Since its inception, the D23 Expo has grown in scope and popularity, becoming a major event for Disney enthusiasts worldwide. It serves as a platform for Disney to unveil its latest endeavors across its various entertainment segments, including film, television, theme parks, and merchandise. So, how would any degenerate gambling geek preview the D23 Expo? Well, of course, by betting on it.
Here we go. Soar into tower. We are ready for takeoff. Look alive.
That's right. This segment is called Mouse Kings. It is very subtly named after a popular sports book betting app that will not be named until they sponsor us.
I don't think anyone's gonna know. No one knows, right? Which sports betting app?
No.
No.
And we'll leave their names out of it. Okay, so let's just get right into it because I think we have a lot to talk about. I'm really excited about D23.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
just before we get started, I feel like this is the first D23 since like post-COVID that's actually going to matter.
Oh, you mean one where we actually get real announcements and not just like, here's a blue sky here's a painting that someone really talented drew?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Very talented. They're very talented. But yeah, I think this is actually going to be stuff that's going to happen.
Yes. Yeah. That's I think that's the most exciting part is that we're going to get a look at Disney's first response post Epic Universe.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. And I think they're going to come out. I hope they come out strong. So what I've done, in case people aren't familiar with the game, I have made a list of things that I think are going to happen or won't maybe not happen during D23. But I've have a list of prompts and I've listed the odds. We're going to go through each of them, talk a little bit about it, and if we think this is likely, what do we think is going to happen? And then at the end, because we are going to turn this into a competition, we'll each place 5 bets. 4 of them will be single bets, which means we're going to bet on one thing, and the odds that we set are going to be the winnings we can make. The last one will be a 4-way parlay, and the way those odds, when those odds are calculated and stacked up, if you hit that, you will win all of that. And the parlay can be a different 4 picks than your 4 individual picks. The one of us that has the most money post D23 announcements will be crowned the winner of this very special edition of Mouse Kings.
Oh, I love it.
You'll be the Mouse King, and that will be your official title for the next episode.
The next episode, Mouse King. I can't wait to say, I'm Mouse King Andrew.
Okay, let me get right into this. And I'm just going to start right away with, I'm going to start at the Magic Kingdom, because it's where this all started. Let's start with, we will get confirmed plans for something beyond Big Thunder Mountain. Mm-hmm. Something in the Big Thunder Mountain area, so in that beyond that we've seen blue skied, we're going to get a confirmed announcement. We're going to get the name of a ride, an opening date. It's going to be, this is confirmed. This is going to happen.
Oh, so you want an opening date?
No, I mean maybe a general idea, just that like this is really happening.
Okay. So maybe timeline is loose.
Timeline can be loose, and you don't really have to hear like spring of 2026 or something like that. You can just hear a year or just some confirmation. This is real. This is really happening.
Yeah.
And that'll go for all of this, really.
Yeah.
So I put those odds at minus 180, which for you non-degenerates out there, it means that if something's 100, it has odds of 100. It means I bet 100. If it hits, they give me 100. A pretty standard bet that people are used to playing at like a blackjack table. You bet $50 on something and you get $50 back.
Right. But if it's negative, that means you have to bet that much in order to get 100, right? So if it's minus 180, that means you have to bet $180 in order
win $100.
To win $100.
That's correct.
Okay. So what I think, just to clarify to make it a little bit more simple, if it's a negative, that means it's probably going to happen.
That we think it's probably going to happen.
Yeah, we think it's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
And if it's plus odds, like plus 200, plus 300, plus 130, that means it's less likely to happen.
Right. It would be surprising. It would be maybe something really unlikely or like a dream situation.
I think we got a couple of those on this list.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so I think this one is pretty much a guarantee, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It would be a huge disappointment of a night if we didn't hear anything about Beyond Big Thunder. Just the amount of the amount that they have talked about it, blue sky wise. We need to hear something. Otherwise, it's like a failure of an expo.
Yes, agreed. Okay, so I'm going to stay in that area of Big Thunder, Beyond Big Thunder. And I'm going to say, in this new area, it will have some sort of cars/radiator springs based attraction. And then that, because it's so specific, I'm bumping the odds up. I'm calling that plus 140.
Okay, so it's less likely to happen.
Right. Because it's specific,
yeah,
you're going to get a better payout.
Right.
And I've seen rumors about that. I think makes a lot of sense. It fits a Frontier, like a Frontier 2.0 kind of thing or theme.
Yeah, I mean, there is definitely a desert atmosphere around that area, and so Cars Land has a desert feel to it, so it definitely makes sense thematically, and I could see it happening. To be honest, I hope it doesn't, because I have a feeling it would just be a clone of Radiator Springs already there. Or maybe they wouldn't want to use that same ride system. That ride system has given them problems in the past, and it's not really new anymore. Maybe they wouldn't want to do that. The test track ride system.
Right. And there already is test track, so do you want people to not be interested in test track 3?
Yeah.
Because right. So that's the against. The pro is that they already have this ride. It's really great. And it makes sense to go there.
Yeah. I just don't think it would be better than Radiator Springs in DCA, so I don't want it there. I do something different. Give me a bigger Villains Land, which we'll get to in a little bit.
It is so good in DCA, though.
Yeah,
it's
it is
so good. Okay, next thing, Villains Land will be confirmed for Beyond Big Thunder Mountain.
I'm big for this.
You're big for this.
I am. Yeah, I really want this to happen.
And you want it to happen there and right now.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think Villains Land could be big enough to be a fifth gate. I don't see that happening. How do you close the day with, Villains Land? Maybe the good takes, wins or something. And I don't know. As a fifth gate, I've always been cautious to wanting, for that idea. But as just a land, there are just so many good villains out there. So many different things you could do.
I do think a Villains Land would be great. I'm a little worried that makes Magic Kingdom too busy, and it would be better served as like a focal point for a fifth gate. Would it have a Villains Land in it? Not it would be a whole Villains Park. Or alternatively, use villains as the theme of a land in, well, I guess the only park that it makes sense to put something so general in as Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
And that would get people out of Magic Kingdom into Hollywood Studios and staying there longer. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I do think they're pretty set on Villains Land over there. It's going to be great. I'm just a little worried about, how busy Magic Kingdom gets when that happens.
And actually, as you're talking, I'm thinking like maybe I'm a little worried about it being too general, like because they don't have an entire park. Like what villains are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on the villains of the stories that are in Magic Kingdom around, like Ursula, because there's a Little Mermaid ride, you're going to have an Ursula attraction or Ursula area. Maybe you have the villain from Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Because they didn't include him in the ride.
The voodoo guy.
Yeah. Dr. Oh, I can't believe it. I don't know it.
Dr. Zhivago.
Dr. something.
Identify!
Dr. Facilier.
Definitely not our Dino. Go, go, go!
Okay, so
Festival.
Villains Land I have at the odds of plus 120. So it's a little bit better than even odds. I've heard a rumor that they're going to be multi-phases with the Beyond Big Thunder project. So it's not as definite that it's going to be announced this D23.
That's going to be confirmed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, confirmed.
Right.
I'm talking about confirmations. All of this is about true confirmations.
Like maybe they confirm that they're going to start on the Radiator Springs ride, and then they're kind of general about, and we're thinking of villains for the rest of it, and that wouldn't count.
Right. Okay, so moving on. The last announcement that's specifically Beyond Big Thunder that I have, they're going to announce a Coco ride in that area. I have that at minus 110. I've heard rumors that is going to be the first phase. The people really want Coco in the parks. Coco fits a Southwest desert sort of environment.
Yeah, we're just being all general, aren't we? That is just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's a little bit of a square peg in a round hole because Frontierland is America and Coco's obviously Mexico. But there's definitely overlap with the region because that region really was inhabited by a lot of the same people. And, country borders ended up making things different.
And if we start to see this, I could see, if this starts to come true, I could see maybe Frontier is on its last leg.
Yeah, you probably call that area something else, which takes me to my next one. What is currently considered Frontierland, the majority of it is going to be announced that is going to get a New Orleans overlay. So Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Pecos Bill becomes Tiana's Palace, where the Country Bear Jamboree has become some sort of New Orleans style concert venue. That whole area becomes New Orleans, and then Big Thunder and the Beyond Big Thunder area becomes some sort of Wild West or something that's still Frontierland adjacent.
Right. So you have that as plus 120 odds.
Yes, plus 120.
Okay. So almost, you're close to a 50-50 shot there.
Yeah, it's just a little better than 50-50.
A little better than 50-50. So I think I could see this happening. I definitely could see this happening because it kind of already did happen with Disneyland.
Well, Disneyland had New Orleans from the start.
Right. But like that, they added an eating establishment.
Right. They added
Tiana.
They added Tiana's Palace.
Yeah.
Which is why I name dropped Tiana's Palace.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the next thing, and this is just the vicinity of Magic Kingdom. In the Magic Kingdom area, they're going to announce a new hotel. I have that at plus 400 odds. Not very likely to happen, but would be really cool. And there are two areas where there have been rumors in the past that could be new hotel areas within that vicinity. Right?
Yes.
So there's the one that's that's in between Grand Floridian and the entrance to the park, kind of where Adventureland is. Mm-hmm. And then the other one's where?
Another area that it might be is between Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge. There's an area there that they had cleared out. It was going to be a DVC hotel called Reflections, a Disney Lakeside Lodge. And I could see them announcing that they want to do something with that land still there and putting another hotel there.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, it's possible.
They already cleared the land for it,
Right.
But then COVID happened, right?
Okay, so then that would be unshelving a shelved project.
Right.
So plus 400, I mean, unlikely, could happen, would be cool.
Would be cool.
And then my last one in Magic Kingdom is a Moana ride is going to be added to Adventureland. I have that at plus 200 odds. I've heard this rumor. I don't know how much of that is fan speculation, just by looking at what land is developed and approved. And they say, oh, there's this little sliver in between Pirates and Tiana that's already approved for something to go, like, you know, the land is buildable, right?
Yeah. Oh, I would love that. I think that'd be great.
It would be amazing, but Moana's got to be a water ride, right?
I guess so.
And why would you put, I don't know, Magic Kingdom doesn't need another great water ride.
Right.
The other parks need good water rides. Like, the only good water ride is Tiana. Well, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Also, water rides are expensive. Upkeep on water rides is like insane.
yeah.
Maybe, I mean, could you do a dark ride, but you're
In a boat, like a Pirates.
Yeah.
But putting a Pirates next to Pirates,
Yeah, that's a good point. You know what they should do is just
Moana should be the focus of a fifth gate.
oh man. Well, there was a what is it called when you have a good idea and you submit it to the government to get a trademark or a
Patent?
patent. Yeah.
Okay.
There was a patent design that was floated, I think just like a week ago, where it was a boat where the boat would turn kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy turns you to look in a different direction.
Oh.
But it would turn like that, and it had the sail that Moana has on her little raft.
Okay, so that's a tell that this could be.
It could be.
It could be being worked on and something that we get in like 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah.
This is only good for this week.
Right. Yes. Yeah. No, that doesn't count for next year.
It's only for this D23, so it's got to be good for like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the Animal Kingdom. I think that's where most of the conversation in Disney World is going to be taking place.
Yeah.
So let's just get started. First one, this is a real gimme. We will hear confirmed plans about a Dino Land replacement.
Yeah, we have to.
If this does not happen, everyone just get up and leave.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Yeah, no, it absolutely has to happen. I mean, Dino Land right now is a shell of its former self.
Yeah.
The Dino ride is ready to go.
It's a shell of itself. It's not obviously they are not putting the work into it because they know a replacement's coming.
Right.
Definitely not our dino. Go!
I have that at minus 300. As much of a gimme as possible.
Did you change those odds at any time? Oh, no. Okay, I just didn't take it. Okay, never mind.
Okay. This Dino Land replacement will be tropical / South America themed, and I have that at minus 190. Okay. So very likely,
yeah, but
less likely than
we hear something about having to do with Dino Land.
Right.
Yeah.
Same odds, very, very likely to happen, Encanto ride.
Yep.
I don't see a situation where they announce that land and don't announce Encanto the ride.
Why do South America if you're not going to do Encanto? Right? Like, make it to go back to dinosaurs then. You know, the whole point of going South America tropical is to do some type of Encanto.
Yeah.
I
mean, they could be really into Emperor's New Groove.
Yes. Oh, that would be great.
It was a box office smash, right?
It would be great just as there's like an Emperor's New Groove lounge or something like that.
I mean, in my fix Animal Kingdom, I did say a pull the lever signature frozen drink
Yeah,
would be a thing.
that would be pretty cool.
I think that's fun and a nice little nod. So you make a lounge that's themed to Emperor's New Groove. It's got a pull the lever signature drink.
Yeah.
Alcoholic and non-alcoholic. I mean, it could even be a drink stand.
Right. Right.
But
It could also be just like so pathetic that it's funny. You know what I mean? I think people would still appreciate that. You know.
yeah. Okay. So my next announcement is the Dino ride itself will become Indiana Jones themed. I think that's just a little less likely than Encanto, but still very, very likely. Minus 160.
Now, is this a clone of Disneyland, or it would be non-clone of Disneyland?
I would say that it doesn't matter if it's announced that it's Indy and it's an overlay where it's keeping those ride vehicles.
Yeah,
it counts. So whether it's a clone, a pure clone of what we already have in California, or it's a new story,
yeah,
that cashes.
Yeah, I think it would be a new story, especially since Dial of Destiny came out, and they wanna keep on promoting that.
Yeah, sure, because you know how much those kids loved the Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, how did it? It didn't do well.
No,
I didn't see it. Was it good? Did you see it?
No.
Oh.
I hated the fourth one. I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time with another Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, the aliens.
Crystal Kingdom, Skull Kingdom, something. I don't know. Indiana Jones, it should have stopped. Okay, this next one I have as a coin flip just because there aren't currently facilities for it there, and that would make it a little more expensive than people might realize. There's going to be animal exhibits announced in this new area, and that's I gave it even money, so plus 100.
Okay.
Moving on, unless you have thoughts.
Well, it's Animal Kingdom. There should be animals, right?
Yeah, but what if they don't? There's no animals there. There's no live animals in Dinosaur Land currently, so they don't have facilities and the hospitals all the way on that other side of the park.
Yeah.
And really all the animals are that they really need to take care of, besides some birds in the front, right?
Right.
They're all in the back, already really close to the caretaker area.
Yeah, and I guess when Disney was first, when Disney World was first thinking of Animal Kingdom, it had dinosaurs and fantasy animals in the front, and so those weren't going to have animals to begin with. All the animals were going to be in the back. So I could see them saying, "Hey, Africa and Asia have animals. Pandora and South America do not have animals." That would make sense.
Or the animals come in a phase 2 because budget cuts or whatever, and they don't announce it because they're not sure it's going to happen.
Right. Okay, so coin flip.
Yeah, call that a coin flip.
Plus 100.
Plus 100. Now I'm getting into the fun stuff.
Okay.
A new e-ticket ride will be announced anywhere besides what's currently Dino Land. I have that at plus 180.
Cool.
I think that would be really fun. I've heard some rumors that they wouldn't be building their facilities out so big if there wasn't something really big and new coming.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I love that idea.
And I would like to clarify that e-ticket doesn't mean I think it's going to be better than Flight of Passage, the biggest, baddest ride that's ever existed in Animal Kingdom. I just mean that it's a really good ride. That's a true ride, not a Dumbo spinner, not a little swirling saucers, a real great dark ride. An example would be like Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway. It's a great ride. Is it an e-ticket? I mean, it's the third best ride in that park, but 3 e-tickets is a lot for one park.
You think it's the third best ride in that park?
Yeah, because Rise and Tower of Terror are better than it.
You don't think Aerosmith is better than it?
No, I like Minnie and Mickey's more.
What about Toy Story?
Midway Mania? I love Midway Mania, but I think I think Midway Mania is also better than Rock and Roller Coaster.
What? Really?
Yeah, I like Midway Mania a lot.
You're just not a fan of Rock and Roller Coaster.
I think because Rock and Roller Coaster is what it is, it has to then get compared to
Everest and
really non-Disney roller coasters.
oh, okay.
Because the theme is just in the line, right? So it's not going to win extra points compared to, like, there's a lot of there's roller coasters at Six Flags that are better than Rock and Roller Coaster.
Right. Okay.
So I just can't be like, yeah, it's definitely the only ride that goes upside down. It's got the best launch in Disney World, but every roller coaster at Islands of Adventure, right? Oh, except for the kiddie coaster, the hippogriff one.
Well,
Hagrid's,
you know what?
Hagrid's is better than that. Hulk is better than that, and Velocicoaster is better than that, right?
Yeah.
So I just think Rock and Roller Coaster just isn't thrilling enough to be an elite roller coaster on its own, and the theme isn't strong enough to put it ahead of something like Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway, where its theming it's amazing. It's such a fun ride. It's like it's almost a perfect use of the trackless dark ride system.
I'm just also surprised that you don't think the sixth best ride in Walt Disney World, the Skyliner, is at least number 3 at Hollywood Studios.
Fair.
Skyliner.
The Skyliner is the 6th best ride in all the parks.
You sure about that?
And this one's a little more specific with this kind of jumping off this e-ticket ride plus 180.
Okay.
This is a Lion King ride will be announced in Africa plus 300.
Wow. What do you think it's going to be? Would it be a dark ride or a roller coaster? Could it be a roller coaster?
How would it be a roller coaster? It could be...
You're running away from the hyenas, and then next to your dad dies?
It could be a Hakuna Matata flume ride.
It could be a... Yeah.
Like like that jungle, there. It could be Timon and Pumbaa and Simba, and then you meet Nala, and it could be the middle, it could be just basically the climax of that movie, or it could just be something that's fun, just a fun thing. You're in the jungle with Timon and Pumbaa, right? And there's the waterfalls and all that stuff because they're in that like oasis.
Yeah.
Right. Last one, and I put this last because I believe we have a split opinion on this.
Okay.
And that is the Zootopia show that was blue skied is going to be confirmed that it's replacing Tough to Be a Bug. Mm-hmm. I have that they're going to go through with it at minus 130. And if they don't, I have it at plus 180.
Yeah, so it's not that I don't think they're going to go through with it. I just was trying to think to myself, imagine if they came to the conclusion of, we don't need to put Zootopia in right now. We're doing so much already with Animal Kingdom that just shoehorning Zootopia in here is unnecessary. That Bug's Life is still carrying its own, and it's not necessary at this point in time. And then I thought, man, what if they came out from left field and said that they were doing, your Bell taking on climate change idea? How great would that be?
Maybe the best idea I've ever had. Also, Disney should probably hire me as an Imagineer if that's the ride that they chose.
If that's the ride they chose, and we released that audio on July 16th, right? That would be great.
Also, Zootopia, they could decide to shelve it and put Zootopia Land in Hollywood Studios, or throw a real curveball, Zootopia Land instead of Dinosaur Land.
Yeah.
So they could do a lot with Zootopia. It's really, really popular.
Or could you put it in Magic Kingdom Beyond Big Thunder?
Right?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It's like a magical type of fantasy world,
It could be instead of Villain's Land. Like, it could happen. Mm-hmm. It's unlikely. We haven't heard that. Although, I guess the first blue sky of that Dinosaur Land area was half Zootopia, half Moana.
Yes, it was. You're right. Yeah. But imagine if they went back on their plans again for either Big Thunder or Dino Land. Like, that would just show how they really had no idea what they were doing when they first announced these Blue Sky event, ideas.
Yeah, but it makes this so much more fun.
It does, yeah. Yeah.
So, Bob, if you want to throw those curveballs,
Yeah.
we're betting on them.
All right, let's go into our overall.
Yeah, so I've got some overall ones. I'm going to start off with one that I've heard people talking about. The Star Cruiser replacement will be announced. I have that at plus 180. A lot of people are talking about it, so maybe where there's smoke, there's fire, but I don't think we're going to get anything there unless it's really like they're going to turn that into a dinner theater and they're going to keep the cargo transporters and you're going to it's going to be something you get dinner reservations for and they pick you up on Batu and they take you in a cruiser to the thing and you have dinner there and come back.
Yeah. I could see that too. I could also see it's used for weddings, for event space, corporate event space or something like that. But I don't know if they would announce that at D23,
right now, a year after they closed it.
Right. Oh, you know what?
Right after Jenny Nicholson did all that work.
She's got to do it again. Did I have that in here as...
Also, Jenny Nicholson, please come on the pod whenever you want.
Yes.
We will discuss whatever you want to discuss. Are you ready to move on beyond?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
A fully original non-IP ride will be announced. Plus 800 odds. I don't think it's going to happen, but we're dreamers.
I don't know if it ever happens ever again.
I think I would take the opposite of that bet because at some point, something original is going to come in, or maybe something that's original only by proxy, where they put the ride out first, but they secretly have a movie for it.
Right. Okay. I like this next one.
The next one is Bob Iger announces his next replacement.
Oh, at D23?
At D23.
Oh, man.
Plus 400. Not at a board meeting.
Not at a board meeting, no. Or to the shareholders. No, to the fans. He announces to the fans. Would it be to standing ovation? Or, I don't know, how do you think the fans have taken to him lately?
I think he's definitely taken some dings because of his stance on unions.
Yeah.
And Chapek made a lot of bad decisions, but in a lot of ways he was maybe Iger's human shield.
Oh yeah, Iger just all of a sudden decides to walk out the door February of 2020. Right when he sees in Asia, oh, there's a virus. Okay, I'm heading out, guys.
Retirement starts now.
Good luck. All right, so the next one.
Next one, again, we're in fun, unlikely stuff. Epcot gets a new ride announcement. It could happen.
Yeah.
Figment needs an overlay really bad. Play Pavilion is abandoned.
Now you're talking. That's the best idea you've had all day.
You know what? I'd even count if they were going to do a new 4D show to replace the Pixar in Imagination area. If they're going to replace the Pixar Film Fest with a true 4D ride, a real successor for Honey, I Shrunk the Audience that used to be over there.
Yeah. So really just any Epcot ride announcements, doesn't have to be a new ride. It could be an overlay. It could be a fix. Oh, what about Test Track? What if they announce more things about Test Track? Does that count?
No, because Test Track's already being built.
Okay.
Test Track's already closed.
So it has to be a new ride announcement. Something that we haven't heard yet.
No, because if they say Play Pavilion's back on, I would count it.
Okay. But if they gave us more information about what Test Track was going to be,
no,
that doesn't count.
Doesn't count. They're just clarifying details that they've already started doing.
Okay.
And announced. Because they announced Test Track 3 and said this is going to happen and the ride's going to close and we're going to start working on it.
And it closed.
So we're going to get details and that'll be great, but
Yeah.
I don't think it counts towards Epcot gets a new ride.
Okay.
Next one, very similar. Hollywood Studios gets a new ride.
Which needs it badly.
Needs rides bad. Needs high capacity rides bad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places it could go. There's a lot of shows there that could close. There's a lot of buildings that are used for Star Wars meet and greets, even though there's a whole Star Wars land on the other side of the park that could close.
Yeah.
You could put a ride there. I put that at plus 300, mostly because they just spent so much money on Hollywood studios. I just don't think it's going to happen this year.
Yeah.
Even though I'd love it and it would be amazing. Next one.
Ooh.
And this one is just for Andrew. The
I'm so
Skyliner
excited.
is getting expanded. An official announcement that the Skyliner gets expanded.
The sixth best ride in Disney gets
Becomes the-
expanded.
to become the fifth best ride.
To become the fifth best ride.
Plus 800.
Plus 800. Yes. Yes. I'm actually taking this. Spoiler alert. I'm taking this as one of my bets. Not in my parlay, but in one of my bets. That would be great. You could expand it to Coronado Springs. You could expand it to Disney Springs. You could expand it to Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
you could do a lot.
Yeah,
with
there's
it.
a lot. There's a lot of places it can go, and would be really great. Next one, and this is a weird one, but I think it makes sense. Disneyland will get more new confirmed land announcements than Walt Disney World. I have that at plus 160. Disneyland Forward is approved.
Mm-hmm.
They've been talking about a new Avatar land for a long time.
Yeah.
And no one knows where it's going to go. No one knows the details. Or is it going to go in between Fantasyland and Tomorrowland and replace where the Nemo subs and Autopia is? Or is it going to go where the Monsters, Inc. ride is in the front part of DCA next to the Avengers land? Is it going to go in Disney Forward? So a new plot of land that they're allowed to build on now. That's probably... We'll probably get... if I were a betting man, and I am, I would bet on at least Avatar Land.
I thought that they had concept art of it in Disneyland Forward, and it was going to be the new Avatar Way of Water world.
Yes, but they have blue sky images, but no one knows where it is.
Okay.
They haven't announced what section of what park or if it's going to be purely in Forward.
Yeah.
Actually, before Forward was announced, we saw that.
Oh,
before
okay.
Forward was approved, they were showing that. They were gonna. They're saying we're putting this in.
Yeah. How about this? I know it's not one of ours, but that Disneyland hotel is going to be surrounded by parks.
That's not going to happen this time.
No, that'll be like in 2 years or something like that.
They're not going to announce it this time.
Yeah.
Because there's too much. And if they do, then Disneyland, this is a hit. This definitely hits.
That hits.
Another thing that I've heard is that everyone always talks about is Tomorrowland refurb. So if they announce Tomorrowland refurb and Avatar, and all we get is an announcement for Animal Kingdom Dinosaur Land replacement, Disneyland, this bet would hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? And then the last one, and this is the real doozy. Fifth Gate announced, plus 3,500. This is a real all or nothing shot.
Yeah.
Hail Mary.
Full of grace. Yeah.
What a good Catholic boy.
This is not going to happen. Plus,
but man, it would be so much fun, and the odds are in our favor. Okay, so now that we've heard the list, I am going to take a second. We're going to put together our 5 bets. 4 of them are going to be straight bets, and then the last one's going to be a parlay. And a parlay is where you bundle a few bets all together to increase your odds.
Your payout.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so just give us a second while we get those figures, and we're going to announce our picks. And whatever gets announced this week, we'll know who the Mouse King is.
All right.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, did you miss us? We're back. We're ready. We have our picks. Andrew, would you like to share yours first?
Sure. Yes,
Okay,
I'll
cool.
go first. So here is exactly what's going to happen at D23 this year. First off, I'm starting off with they're going to announce something. Things will get announced. How about that? That was minus 3,000. No, shit. No. My first one is that they will announce most of what is currently Frontierland will become New Orleans Square. So that there's going to be a section of Frontierland that's going to turn to New Orleans Square in Magic Kingdom.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I'll give you my first one. My first one is an e-ticket in Animal Kingdom is going to be announced that isn't in Dino Land.
Wow.
Plus 180. I like
180.
those odds.
Okay. My second one is that Star Cruiser replacement is going to be announced. So I think that they're going to tell us what they're doing with it. And does that count? That counts, right? Like that, the Star Cruiser is going to get a dinner show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they say, a dinner show is coming in 2026, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, even if they say 2027, if there's some sort of real plan announced,
right.
Not saying this is a blue sky thing of what we think might happen here.
Right. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's at 180 plus 180 for me.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm also going to do something in Hollywood Studios that I don't think is going to happen.
What's that?
A new ride announcement for plus 300.
Really?
I think that that Star Wars meet and greet area that used to be Animation Academy on the right-hand side there, I think they're going to put a ride there. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be any good.
Yeah.
But they need rides so bad there that, I might as well just try to win a little extra money.
Yeah. Okay. My third is going to be that the Beyond Big Thunder is going to have a villains themed land. So that's plus 120. That a villains land will be confirmed.
Okay. Yep. I mean, pretty likely. I'm gonna go stay in Magic Kingdom, and mine will be the Moana ride for Adventureland gets announced. I might have been slow playing you and trying not to show my hand when we were discussing it.
Yep.
But at plus 200, I like it. It's aggressive for a gamble. I'm really going all or nothing here.
Wow.
I'm either going to win or I'm going to lose.
Wow. Okay. I hope you're right. I think,
Moana needs a ride.
Yeah.
It would be really cool. Especially if that technology, that patent is part of it, or if it's really just a Moana overlay for the Shanghai Pirates, where it's like there's screens and really cool effects, and
that would be cool.
It could be really cool.
My last one.
Yeah.
My last.
Your last straight bet.
My last straight bet for plus 800 is that the Skyliner is getting an expansion.
Nice.
Yeah. I really want that to happen.
I also threw away my money on the last one, and I did Fifth Gate.
You did Fifth Gate?
I just like the odds too much.
3,500.
I'm going to win or I'm going to lose. I want to be the Mouse King.
We got to get a crown.
I knew you'd get it.
Okay, so my parlay.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So my parlay, leg one of my parlay, so that means part one of my parlay, is that we will get confirmed plans for Beyond Big Thunder, and that's at negative 180.
That's how I start mine, too.
That's how you
but
start
I'll let you
yours?
keep going.
My second leg is that it will have a villains-themed land confirmed in it, so that is plus 120. That was also my straight bet, so I'm really hoping that we hear about a villains themed land here. My third leg is that it will be a tropical South American themed for Dino Land, so that's at negative 190. So that Dino Land will be confirmed to be tropical South American themed. And then the final leg of my 4-leg parlay is that they will announce a new hotel in the Magic Kingdom area at plus 400. So,
whoa! Wait,
yeah.
So you're gonna win only on this back end.
Yes. You in a parlay, you have to put one bet that's gonna crush you. It's gonna it's gonna end the whole thing, right? So all that together gives me plus 2,611.
So $100
gives me $2,611.
Okay. Mine adds up too, my 4-way parlay, but and I start the same with you. My first part, Beyond Big Thunder gets an announcement. The next one, Coco ride there. Next one, Encanto ride in Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
That's minus 190. Coco ride was minus 110. And then my last one, my stretch, is a new e-ticket ride in Animal Kingdom for plus 180 odds.
Wow, you really think that's going to happen?
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
People are saying that facility is really big, and we should be looking elsewhere besides Dino Land.
Yeah. Okay.
Or something in Animal Kingdom. Man, it would be cool. And I didn't bet on it being specifically a Lion King ride.
Right.
I mean, you could get a Raya and the Last Dragon roller coaster in Asia. You could get, there's a lot of stuff. And if they're willing to knock down Kali River Rapids, they have a lot of room in Asia.
Please do. I don't like that ride.
Again, no one wants wet socks all day.
Yeah.
Replace that with a ride that's just like a light splash. So all that together, my $100 bet would turn into $1,269.15.
Wow.
It's a strong bet, and it's probably not going to hit, but a dreamer can dream.
Yeah. Well, it's just like my hotel in Magic Kingdom area might not hit either. So
yeah, might not hit.
I'm banking on Reflections. I think the Reflections might hit. They might announce something having to do with that.
And I think the Adventureland in between Grand Floridian and the front gate.
You think that's more likely?
I don't know. I guess, well, the land's already cleared over there. There's probably a lot of logistical stuff with transportation and roads that just aren't over there, though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
So these are our picks. If you want to place your own pick, comment on our Instagram, send us a message, do whatever, play along. Let us know if you hate our degenerate ways.
Yeah. So that could have also gone with if you're also a degenerate gambler. So where could they find us on Instagram?
Oh, we're at ReedyGeeks on all social media platforms. So Instagram and Twitter are probably where you can find us the easiest with as far as interacting. TikTok is just a video feed, so it's not as interactive. But yeah.
And if you want to email us, we are ReedyGeeks@gmail.com. So,
correct.
And that's geeks with an S at the end because there's multiple of us. There's many of us.
We've got the three of us, and then we've got honorary geeks. That'll do for another episode of Reedy Geeks. Thank you so much for listening. Please rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Please follow us on our social media channels at ReedyGeeks on all platforms, and we'll see you again real soon.
$500 on red.
The winner is black.
Cool.
This week's Honest Send-Off comes courtesy of Bart from Springfield. If you have an honest send-off that you want played at the end of one of our episodes, please submit an audio clip to us via our email address, reedygeeks@gmail.com. Reedy Geeks, a Walt Disney World podcast, is hosted and executive produced by Andrew Shopey, Sean Murphy, and JJ Hefner. Music and audio engineering by JJ Hefner.
Bon voyage.